God damn, dubstep in the morning or afternoon still feels so damn crazy. But the guys at Star Ladder are getting your adrenaline pumped, as is the Counter-Strike that's coming up next. We're going into Cobblestone, and already we've kind of talked a little bit about how mousesports have looked in tip-top shape throughout this competition and in good condition. Thank you. Stabilized. Yanko's joining me as well as Chad, and we're going into Cobblestone.
Maybe that was just a premonition, Alex, because this time around, mousesports do take Mirage, which was the outlier map, and it was the surprise win for Liquid in the last series. So now it's down to Team Liquid, obviously first on their own pick on Cobblestone to show us why they decided to go for Cobble instead of Train this time around. And I think you looking at the results for mousesports gives you a good idea of exactly why they went for a different pick.
I feel like, I feel like if you were Mouse, you must have been expecting this one to crop up, right? So hopefully they've taken whatever they can from those two SK matches, and they're going to be able to implement in the game here to try and counter whatever we saw. But in that comeback yesterday, the thing that happened was it's like there was some bad decisions by SK players, and then individuals on the Liquid side were stepping up, especially over towards that B bomb side with the combo of Naf and Elige, like locking down the attacks.
And what was, so obvious and evident there as well, not only did Liquid post fantastic results, it was clear that you could see that those teams that they were losing to weren't necessarily even, cream of the crop. I mean, losses to the likes of Virtus Pro, G2, these are teams that have already fallen in this tournament.
Yeah, but some of them are really good Cobblestone teams, right? And score lines of 16-12, 16-11, that's like 1 or 2 crucial rounds going the other way. And mousesports could have come out on top. I think maybe one of the issues when they play against good teams is the fact that Oscar plays towards A, right? And it's not necessarily the spot where you see the most action, right? And it's a map where on the CT side, it's difficult for you to find some openings early on. So I feel like for Oscar, it might be better to play on B because that's where most of the time, at least some action happens. But, their T sides should be fine. Considering they always have a good game plan.
Yeah, and that is something that I think Chad, you've talked about with other teams before, where they're putting one of their best players on towards the A site. You talked, I think way back, you were like Guardian was there, way back even Simple was there. You were putting a star on A sometimes does feel like a waste of resources.
Well, the thing is, you can just have that one player there and put a lot of confidence in him to hold and get the information he needs to do. But it's more in the post plants that it becomes an issue as opposed to the way that we're talking in the start of the rounds. If they come to him, he's probably going to get 2 kills. But if he gets isolated, if he gets pushed around the map and then he has to retake that B bomb site with an AWP, there's no more difficult task than getting in there, and he is a miracle worker, but it can be hard. And his link player, the guy playing with him and rotating through the connector to help the drop, is Sunny, and that's the another player on this team who we look to be a big star. So this is where you look over to the B bomb site as being the pressure point for mousesports. Chris J and Sticko holding that platform area are going to have to step up. They were the lowest fraggers in that last match. Not like it mattered. It was a big win. But this is where that the clutch factor of Sticko needs to come into play. Chris J being that powerful second AWP of this team also needs to stand up because we do know Liquid, they really have no issues when they're cascading onto bomb sites through executes, finding those and trading efficiently with entry frags.
We are going to be seeing Liquid actually win the second knife as well, so they've had the choice of side for both maps currently. And so in terms of choosing their side, I guess, this is always an interesting discussion. I always find it very intriguing to know from a player's perspective. Everyone seems to have their own different theories.
Yeah, I would probably start on the T side here if I was Liquid. You didn't really get too much warm-up into that last game, and here you can dictate the play. You can choose how you want to attack this one, where you want to go, the pace you want to set. So I would probably be opting to start on that T side and see if you can get some momentum rolling early.
Okay. Yeah, can you kind of replicate the same kind of thoughts?
It goes both ways, right? Even if you're prepared on T side, you might want to start CT and then just see how many rounds you need when you switch over. But yeah, probably because of the different pick, you want to get started on that T side straight away and show them what you got.
Do we see a 3?
No, it's over.
It's over?
Yeah, pack her up.
All right. Lots of faith in mousesports. They seem to have convinced our analysts over the course of this long event here in Kiev. Time for Liquid to change our minds, though, and change the minds of our casters as well. Let's check back in with them. It's Anders and Moses.
Thank you so much, Alex. That haircut of his is just so sharp, isn't it? I love it.
You have a really funny story about that haircut that you guys went and got together.
Funny? No, I'm over it now, Moses.
Okay.
It only took me 2 days, and I managed to emotionally reset. Yeah, it took 3 hours. We booked the time and everything, and we showed up, and Alex got his haircut, and I had to wait for 15 minutes. And then when they were done with that, they said, "Oh, we're closing the shop now." I was like,
But please,
but
I have
we
a
booked-
reservation.
Yeah, we booked the time for 2, and the
That's-
shop was still open for an hour. After
Listen, Anders, I know you don't like Seinfeld, but they have an entire episode dedicated to that exact occurrence.
that. No, I watched
You'd love
that
it.
one episode.
It's good.
I was so angry, Moses. Tear myself open.
I'm actually kind of surprised that the entire panel, maybe not surprised because of how that first map went, but mousesports hasn't won this map since last year, and I realize we're not too deep into 2018, but they've lost it 3 times already at this event, including a loss to Virtus Pro, who looked, for the most part, underwhelming is a nice way to put it.
You are just a diplomat, aren't you?
Yeah, that was very politically correct. I just changed the word. Their last victory on it was against North Academy. They've lost to G2, SK, Virtus Pro, Navi, Cloud9, and they beat North Academy and LDLC. That's like kind of their run of the past 8 games they've had on the 7 games or so.
Thing is, our panel even highlighted that, and then they just discarded it and said, "Yeah, but I still think they're going to win."
Yeah, they've discounted the pass. mousesports did just enough on Mirage, and I mean, fair play, I guess. That was such a dominating victory. I guess it's pretty legit to kind of maybe lean towards them into cobblestone, but we'll see. We shall see. That's the big test is going to be where are they going to put Oscar? Where are they going to put Chris J if he wants to pick up an AWP? How are they going to get that AWP involved early on?
Well, the fact that they've lost it a couple of times could mean that they've had time to isolate what the problem is and try and fix it. But if they haven't, then I think what will be interesting for me is to see, what is it that they actually made work on Mirage that they can't make work on this map. Just to see if it's going to be different. I'm curious.
It simply could be a thing where Liquid is just better on this map than Mirage, right? Because some of those Mirage rounds for Team Liquid were just like you scratch your head and you got to wonder.
Yeah.
Kind of the idea behind some of them. Either way, Liquid is going to start on that CT side. I thought that was an interesting point. Maybe they start on the T side to get more involved, more energetic, and pick where you want to attack. mousesports on the T side. There is utility on Stico, but he just used it.
They're going to be rushing all the way down. Drop Steel is looking into the ground. Doesn't want to get flashed there right on him. It's a good refract from Elige, and he wants a bit more. They're going to get a second kill. There's the headshot. Final bullet right onto Oscar. That is so impressive. And now it's Sunny and Stico wondering just what hit them. Nitro will take down Sunny. That will leave Stico in a 1 versus 4. That is the kind of defense we're going to need out of Team Liquid to have a good first half here on Cobblestone. And there's the quad kill coming in. That's just beautiful.
Yeah, Elige was quiet on Mirage, but 4 kills open up with some phenomenal shots in drop zone. That was a stack towards drop, and even with Steel staring into the ground for a flashbang and not even really paying attention and getting dropped upon in a free kill, essentially, they still win it out. That's a great last bullet onto Oscar there from Elige, and obviously cleaning up Stico as well. So, first step for Team Liquid is gone in their favor. Pistol round 1. Now they did that on Mirage in the second half and lost the ensuing round. mousesports here buying up as well. 4 Deagles and a CZ on Sunny.
And I actually think when you've lost the first map that badly, starting CT on a map like Cobblestone in the second map is a bit rough for Liquid because, as you said, they don't necessarily get to dictate the pace. And if you start off losing on this one, then you sort of have to just be content to lose quite a lot of rounds and not have it get to you, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that they won the pistol, big news.
I'm just thinking back at the moment, this is going to be a big test again for Twist. Remember, he really struggled with drop zone against SK. Now, that is different caliber of team, different caliber of players, you could say, but these Deags are doing their work. Oscar with the kill. The bomb is still over towards B, so they can't really take advantage of this. Big win from Twist with the UMP at range. And that kind of stops. mousesports picked up the bomb. They were rotating over towards the A bomb site, and that made them pause. So they've slowed things down, and this is actually going to work in their favor because Liquid was on the rotate to cover up this A site. And now everyone's spread back out. Elige in the chicken coop, Naf watching drop. And Twist has an M4 now, but he's playing deep into the bomb site, so they're not going to have any advanced warning of when this hit comes in. He's got 2 kills already in this round. He needs 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, and they might even be able to smoke off Naf if they do it well enough. They have that one on Stico. Yeah, smoke going to go right to the door, so Twist going to be alone for a couple of seconds here. Flashbang deep in the bomb site and almost gets caught by Robs there. Twist doing a remarkable job in this round. Just absolutely solid defense put up by the Magician. It's going to be a quad kill for him. And Liquid picking up round number 2.
Yeah, another player from Team Liquid quiet on Mirage. Twist getting started early with the 4-kill. Him and Elish both having big rounds in the first 2 openings for Team Liquid here on Cobble, which is a great sign. That's what you need if you're Team Liquid and you want to make this comeback and even the round or the map score up at 1-1. Force that 3rd map, which would be on Train. This is the semifinals StarSeries Season 4. The winner of this goes to the Grand Finals, obviously, and the loser of this, there will be a 3rd, 4th place runoff game tomorrow. So that's where we will see the loser of the series compete.
Yes, indeed. Ooh, Steel, that's the bomb. They all run into Nitro, and he's having a fabulous time picking up every single kill, or at least 3 of them. It's not bad at all. That M4, just chewing them apart.
Yes. Good signs for Team Liquid. 3 different players having big rounds. And, I mean, it seems like such a small detail, but, I mean, those are kind of the rounds that start to make you feel a little bit better as an individual player. Even if they're the easy kills, it's just always nice to get a solid triple spray down in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, it puts some mental distance between you and that first map, right?
Yeah.
Like, the more this happens, the better it's going to be. Nice smoke. We've seen this before, but it does land over at B long to try and sort of block off any kind of crazy rush. That's not a nice smoke, though.
That is not ideal. Well, 3 players towards A early on for Team Liquid. Remember, on this map as well, in that overtime against SK, Nitro with the AWP was astounding. He once he got that weapon in his hands, was feeling comfortable. Things went very well for the defense. He won't have it now, and in fact, they have an MP9 on Naf. He's playing top of Danger Stairs. They have a FAMAS on Steel, so a small portion of a bonus round. Naf is actually boosted up. And that might come into play here. Stiko, Chris J, Oscar, and Sunny all about to attack both long A and that mid connector. And here they come in. Smoke is going to block off vision from Nitro. Molotov's holding back mousesports at long A. So they have an inkling that someone is playing here. And if they continue to try and clear this out, Nitro looks like he's going to lean that direction as well.
Nice turnaround for Steel. Dodging the flashbang, but they know where he is, and he is going to get taken down. Naf now must get at least 1 kill. That's such a nice jump from Stiko, spotting him out, but Nitro picking up 2. And just like that, it turns around. Unbelievably aggressive from Naf jumping down. Could have maybe stayed and tried to bait them in and have Nitro be on the flank, but he still picked up a kill with the MP9, and Elish will take care of Rob. So this is such a solid start for Team Liquid. It looked like it was about to break apart over at A-long there, but they made it work.
I mean, such a great play from Nitro, rotating over towards that long. It's like a great setup and great communication for Team Liquid there. Once Naf is spotted, they kind of know that the other 2 mousesports players, because they've already taken out Steel, the kind of idea that Nitro says is, you know, they're going to try and clear him out because that's the 2 defenders, and that plan is never going to go down with the Legion Chicken Coop. But Nitro just taking advantage. He knows the next step is for those 2 players to swing out wide and eliminate the player boosted up, and he peeks out and gets 2 free kills.
So a total of 5 kills on the side of mousesports right now, and both Elish and Twist are 5-0. So a sign, a measure of how one-sided the first 4 rounds have been. Can't get too excited yet. I mean, mousesports haven't really had many buy rounds, with just the 1, in fact. So something's got to be hopefully different for them. But they are struggling a bit early on the T side.
Yes, certainly. Ran into a couple nice stacks from Team Liquid, both in the pistol round and drop, and then long A just in that previous round. Probably the best round they've had yet was with the Deagles. See if they can pull it off one more time. Chris J, the only member of mousesports stuck on a Glock. Steel's being massively aggressive for only having 26 HP. That nade doesn't do nearly as much damage as he would have liked. I imagine he's going to get boosted up with a low HP, but the timing of this is critical. Nitro needs to fall away before they turn the corner here at long. That smoke is going to help out. There's the Deagle spam, and Nitro going to return fire.
And Naf is close by as well. Elish is so aggressive over at B that they can afford to have 3 men on the bomb side. And they sort of need it because Nitro and Elish are already low, but still, it isn't bad at all. Elish still has spotted nobody, and the smoke is finally dissipating on that side. So he's just going to be telling them to just stick around here. It's fine. I've got it under control.
That's a lot of faith in Elish.
Yeah.
Especially because they did it last round as well. So I'm wondering if maybe Team Liquid, that's research they've done and realize mousesports puts a lot of attention towards A-long or the A-bomb site in general. Great peek from Nafla, getting aggressive, finding Chris J, going for more. Maybe this is the insanity factor. Naf with 3 quick kills. Going to go for that 4th. He's finally, his streak has ended, and Rops with 2 big kills. That's nice return, doing some economic damage. No chance of him really winning this round. He's going to come back into this A bomb site. Steel still boosted up. Here's these footsteps. Has the information, and Rops is almost able to adjust and clean up that kill. Quick 5-0 for Team Liquid.
I really feel like Naf is the one who is the best suited for this kind of stuff. He seems to sort of enjoy it, and he does find really good timings, I think. It's a big risk, and I think you hope that Team Liquid have had an internal conversation about what happens after some of those risks fail, right?
Yeah.
Because taking the risk and having them work, everyone's going to be high-fiving you and saying, man, great job. If they don't work, the rest of the team almost have to sort of mentally brace themselves. That's fine. We knew that was a risk. That's fine that you didn't make it work this time. We'll pick it up.
It's almost the way you got to play chess with it, where you've set up so long that you have such a strong defense with 3 players committed towards that A site, and then you kind of, when you get a sense, you stack towards the B bomb site instead. It is going to be a B hit here. Twist going to get tested and drop. His teammate's going to get tested in that B site. Elige waiting patiently. Chris J goes down, and Elige is disappearing into the smoke, but not able to get any more. Meanwhile, Twist and Naf each find 1. Sunny is low. So the initial defense holds so strong, and that allows Liquid to get into better position. And an easy frag from Naf, and Oscar now hasn't even been able to get involved, hasn't been able to fire a shot, and he won't. Steel on the flank. This is a different Liquid than what we saw on Mirage.
Yes, it definitely is. mousesports also struggling to be relevant at all. 6-0. Another timeout being called here. They could theoretically buy 4 AKs, but then they would have absolutely no utility. And this whole sort of rushing into bomb sites or down drop seems to be closed out pretty early on. So
they've been stopped everywhere they've kind of attacked, haven't they? Whether it be towards the A bomb site on a couple of rounds, whether it was drop and pistol, and now towards the B bomb site. So all of a sudden, that's why you see this timeout. mousesports has to say, where can we find any kind of weakness, any kind of opening? And Anders, they are going to go for that AK buy. And Chris J's picked up your favorite weapon. He's got the MP7.
yeah.
I still want to say MP5.
See, that's what I said. If they remove the MP7 and the MP9 and bring back the MP5, then I'm all on board. Do that.
There's just not kills coming out from mousesports. You want to talk about, failing all over the map. There was a reason why. They've only got 8 kills total in 6 rounds, which is also going to be dangerous when you start seeing the money that's building up behind Team Liquid.
It is getting better every single round here. 3 smokes, one of them put out by Rops already on that broken wall, making sure no one can peek in quickly, or even better that no one's holding nearby. That is a very good flank from Steel. Not only does it allow everyone to be here, but in an after plant situation, he can probably win the round almost immediately. Going to be running right in. Oh! Actually redirects, still gets the kill on the guy carrying the bomb, so I suppose that's good. But that was some nice acrobatics. Looked like maybe it could have been a big risk. Oscar's going to go and pick up the bomb, and now it's a 4 versus 2 as they're trying to see if they can make it work. Steel's going to fall all the way back, and yeah, not much of a chance here for Oscar either.
The only loss for Team Liquid is that op on Nitro. Didn't find any success with it, no kills. But a great opening from Twist. He had Elige on the other side of drop, and that really stalled things out. Oscar now just looking to do economic damage, and Liquid just has to play passively. Just wait into the site. He's got to peek somewhere. There's Naf at an awkward angle, and a good kill from him, barely taking any damage. And it almost seems they forgot to salvage that AWP on Nitro. Maybe he called him off and said he didn't want it.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. Hey, they can probably guess from mousesports economy that they're not going to be fighting very many orbs. So
yeah, I mean, they did notice, obviously, the buy from mousesports in that round, right? They were fighting AK-47, so they can imagine they're not going to be against those rifles this time.
You can tell MBT, the coach, behind just talking a lot. Hopefully they can figure something out. This could be a third map sooner than mousesports are ready for.
Yes, sooner than everyone is ready for.
Train, I believe, is the third map.
Yes.
That would be really good. I would love that.
I did talk to the kind of, I guess, manager of Team Liquid before this series started. I asked him if the boys were all feeling good and ready to go, and he said yes, which obviously I guess you can't really say any other answer to that question, but it didn't look like it on the first map. He did say that that they think they kind of fooled mousesports in the map veto. that they kind of, pulled a fast one on him. So we'll see what that has to, what meaning that has. This is interesting. The AK force up in the last round for mousesports. Oscar, kept a pistol. This round, it's 4 upgraded pistols bought and an AWP on Oscar, so not really synced up of when that op is coming out.
What a great risk taken here from Liquid in doing that boost. Now, unfortunately, they double up behind the aggression, and I think Oscar heard them drop down from the boost as well. So maybe that was a bit of too much of a giveaway. I still love the idea. We always end up with this conversation about how you can play differently on CT side Cobble, and I think they just showed us something that might be interesting. That was definitely a fun idea.
Tough part is it might come back to bite them here. Twist and Elige alone at this B bomb site. 3 players coming down drop. mousesports haven't made a decision on if they're going to split A or B. If Elige has a big round, this could just be over, but Oscar is going to try and find a kill here, and Twist is in the open. He'll be the one challenged.
Stiko has a Molotov for the corner. If he puts it in, then Elige is going to be in trouble. And I think he just, no, put it the other way. So Elige is still going to be in a good position. They're very worried about it. Chris making the jump down. There comes Elige. The bomb is down now. 28 seconds here, and that's a nice shot. Oscar stopping Elige from getting that angle. Otherwise, Robson and Sonny would have been in trouble. Naf and Nitro on the retake. Gonna go for the spray, and somehow he gets that kill too. Nitro, absolutely heroic performance in this round. And Rob's now no chance to realize that Naf was there. A Liquid steal the round away, Moses. Absolutely stolen.
They really do. All off a missed shot from Oscar, which you imagine he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. So fortunate there for Team Liquid. And that buy almost works for mousesports.
Yeah,
so
let's go Liquid.
Again,
yeah, I like it. They should be ashamed of themselves, Moses. mousesports had that round, and then Liquid just steal it. Absolutely steal it.
They did. Smacked him with that medieval mace.
Yeah, that hurts.
Oh, you love this from Steel. Yeah, I mean, you loved the previous round. He's keeping it up. Oh, Sticko's going to chase him down. Steel wasn't ready for that one. That's a beautiful response, but he's equally trying to gain too much for his team. Overextends. Naf catches him with a nade in his hand, so some silly kills exchanged.
Yeah, but ultimately incredibly frustrating for mousesports, because surely some of the conversation for them has to be around, like, let's just...
Steel's had 2 attempts at a fast flank. Like, let's make sure he can't do that.
Yeah, and you just want, now that you finally have all the grenades you want in the AKs, right? You want to set up for like a real execute, and then suddenly you're down a couple of men, and that's a nice shot from Elige. Taking down Robs. Almost looked like he had no head armor. I'm not even sure if he did. There's Sonny going down next. Elige absolutely looking on point here on Cobblestone. And Liquid as a whole, just devastating mousesports. 9-0. Moses, I mean, tell me something that mousesports can do right now. What's the plan? How do they get back in?
I think you have the right... Well, first of all, they still, as silly as it sounds, need more kills, flat out. But I think you had the right read. First of all, they need to stop this kind of aggression. They need to be able to punish the aggression from Team Liquid and some of these plays that Steel is making towards the A-bomb site. Because here's the thing. In the first stages of this half, it was Team Liquid kind of stacking the A-bomb site in those A-halls. Now that Steel is being aggressive, last round he found a pick. The other round he had a very early flank that gave all the information. They're not stacking it, they're just getting all the info, and they're winning the round based off his information. So they have to be able to punish it, not just prevent damage. They need to take him out.
Oh, can't really, or it's harder in this round, given the weaponry that's on the mousesports side. This doesn't usually happen on Cobblestone, you know? People usually have a pretty hard time on CT side almost no matter what. So maybe we are getting a glimpse at why mousesports have not been having a good time. Then the interesting thing is, why didn't they ban it then? Because maybe that's what they were talking about with getting a one-up on them on the...
They banned Overpass, so not even wanting to mess with that map. Not sure. I mean, you can only ban so many maps, right? And if one's picked in that first cycle, you kind of just got to deal with it. Obviously not a great map for them. Maybe they had the belief as well after some of those 3 losses they've had earlier in the event that they, talked through enough issues and figured out kind of a solution to be able to actually fight on this map. But it's not looking likely. Steel again with a push out of the A-bomb site, finding the timing 10-0. And it doesn't, I mean, part of it just seems like mousesports as individual players aren't really comfortable with some of the angles that they're encountering and some of the fights that you kind of have to take on this map.
I would love an A-ramp type play.
Okay.
Just hold the line for a little bit, making sure Steel doesn't do anything crazy. You've got that AWP on Oscar, and then try and see if you can get up. There is that MP7 on Chris. Maybe that's the solution. I would hate it if it was, but...
Well, he is going to be fast-paced. Maybe the solution is a rush towards the B bomb site, and I think Elige, I don't know if he spotted anyone. He's certainly getting a lot of information, hearing some of the noise. Naf is here as well. He's blocked off. Doesn't throw the Molotov, so he's got to win that fight, and he does. Seemed like Rops might be able to find the headshot angle, and actually Chris J down to 20 HP. I'm not sure the SMG is going to do anything. Elige is here, and they can't even handle the initial defense. Oscar finally involved with the op to pick off Naf. But this round is over. They're already flanking. They're already pushing in. Oscar might be able to get one more, and he does, but I don't think he's ready for that follow-up flank until just now. Nitro shows himself. Nade is out, down to 69. Flashbangs being thrown, and a missed shot is going to end his life. Liquid is just being suffocating across this map. They are playing some mental warfare on top of everything else.
You know, Moses, they do have one of those medieval maces in, like, up in the hallways. That's
why I said it, because it was one of the... You know,
there's even, like, a huge, like, full-plate body armor. Maybe they could put someone in that.
Yeah.
And then have them walk in with a Negev or something. Like, that seems lethal.
You know, I knew a girl in college who had a medieval mace and medieval, like, axe over her fireplace. It was one of the coolest decorations for a house I've ever seen, in a super nerdy way.
That's a good sign in a girl, if you can find that. Nitro goes down to a C-set 75 rush this time. They do try for the A-grab, but they are sort of getting stuck up top of it, and this is the reason why you don't want to do that. You really need to make it past this point, because that kind of a crossfire is definitely great, and the flashbangs are going to be equally lethal, leaving it in a 1 versus 2 for Rops here. Bomb is on the other side. Twist is waiting, and he's going to win the fight again, making it a triple. 12-0. Liquid are back, and they're super angry, Moses. They want revenge for that first map.
Yeah, this is Liquid giving the middle finger to everyone who lost faith after Mirage.
Yeah? Did you lose faith, Moses? Were you... The panel did.
Yeah, the panel
They jumped
did.
ship right away.
I didn't.
They? Absolute traitors.
I mean, it's understandable. They did. It's always tough when, like, you look at the past results, right? And then you kind of have to take the results that you see within the tournament itself. And for Liquid to come out so flat on Mirage, I think that's the most worrying sign. Running through the Molotov, here comes a rush towards the B-bomb site. It's only Chris J, though. He's got Sunny with him. They've been brought down low, but a good opening headshot, and now Elige making his play. There it is. Stiko cannot trade it out. And that's the big thing. Even when there's opening kills, there's not enough trades. Rops is in a great position to force the issue. No one is looking for Oscar. They have to kind of guess which way to look, and Rops with the double kill. Oscar still hunting down, and oh, Nitro, there's the peek out. A good kill, but he's out in the open. A one-on-one, 7 HP. Steel's got 19.
One bullet, one Molotov for Steel would even do it. Oscar gonna put the bomb down, looking the wrong way, and they're gonna lose the 1 versus 1 just when they needed it. Mousesports, I mean, anything on the board right now, but it is just not happening. 13-0. Is he just toying around a little bit?
What a dick.
Yeah.
I like it.
I definitely like it.
Now,
especially because you know Steel is such a nice guy.
I know, he really is.
You just want to see him, you know, you want to see him celebrate a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Twist has only died 3 times in the first 12 rounds, 13 rounds. That's too much. It's too much to handle. You've only got 1 bomb. Oh my god.
I didn't even notice that. That is the very first round of this half that Mousesports has found their way into a bomb site and had enough success to get a plant.
Maybe they like the beating. Maybe maybe that's what they're into.
Yeah, perhaps. Nitro gets caught out. Sleep at the wheel, but again, this is where you can really get bottlenecked. Flashbangs streaming over for Team Liquid, and Mousesports trying to make their way up. They line up for Steel, a double kill for him, and even more flashbangs, another lineup. 4 kills for Steel. Nothing going right for Mousesports. When they gain any kind of opportunity, Liquid shuts the door. Shut it and lock it.
Lock the doors. That was... yeah, I mean, it can't get any better than this if you're Steel. You're just loving life. Saying, yeah, just line up in front of that cross.
But I mean, you could see, like, it's so difficult to make that play happen when Liquid's on the rotate, and it's just like, all right, every single person on the team just throws all the flashbangs they have over that wall. And even with the kill onto Nitro, the fact that they don't slow things down after that, and it's kind of hard to blame them. They're trying to do something. Obviously, at this point, you're kind of lost. You've used the entire playbook, and you've had 0 success. But bombing those flashbangs over just stops and bottlenecks everyone.
I don't know if they've used any of the playbook. Like maybe the dog ate their playbook and they just now they just don't know what they're doing. Maybe that's the sort of excuse they're looking for. Elige is going to be taking care of Chris, and boosted up is Robs, and somehow Naf still reads it. Obviously, if you're mousesports at this point, you know, you're just shaking your head and thinking, listen, I just don't even know what's happening. We're never playing this map ever again.
You might have to do something along those lines.
There's the body armor, Moses.
Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it?
Oh, no.
Well, that's an awkward walk past for Naf. That means Sunny's probably not going to be aware of what's behind him because his teammate's there, so it's going to be an easy kill. He's got to be so confused how Stiko didn't see anything, and Stiko's got to be confused about how Naf even got there. This could give him, it's looking like it's going to give him their second plant of the game, though, Anders.
That's exciting.
That's something to cheer for.
Gonna get that $800 bonus into the end of the half. Gonna love that.
Just to be reset again. 15-0.
He's actually denying you the bomb plan, Moses.
Yeah,
He's not even
I don't
giving
know
you
why
that.
he's done that.
He's not even giving you that.
I mean, to be fair, once you plant the bomb, right, you're kind of stuck in the site in a 1 versus 5. So it is a situation where it's go kill 1 to 2 people and make it.
Yeah,
something.
planting the bomb like there is this, that's sort of like a beacon, right?
Yeah.
Like making a noise in one of those alien movies. Suddenly, all the
aliens know where you are after that. Well, yeah.
I still sometimes wish that Zigoni Wii would come back and play Ripley again. It's what about, you know, it's my childhood thing, Moses.
I wish
I want another alien movie, basically. One that's good, not the new alien movies. They're bad.
You don't like those?
No, they're not good.
I think they're a little too cerebral, I think.
You just can't have them without Ripley. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, that's not a logical solution, is it? You can't keep Sigourney Weaver alive forever.
You can.
Did you like the human-alien hybrid? Or did you just forget that one ever existed?
Yeah, I just forgot.
Okay.
15-0, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this scoreline speaks for itself. Liquid absolutely manhandling mousesports, and Nitro going to continue taking down Stiko. Molotov deep in the corner. That's going to put a lot of pressure on Robs or Sunny, I think, in the corner. He gets 1 headshot. That's great work for Sunny. Just taking all the fire damage in return for a double kill. The bomb has gone down, and right now mousesports trying to save whatever face they can, fighting Twist, and it takes a little while, but they make it work, and now it's all on Steel here. Right now Nitro got the triple, but he's out of this round, and Steel rotating all the way around. No bomb plant, no kit picked up right now. They know where Steel is, but they can't really go for the quick defuse, and he's toying with them at the moment. There's 1 headshot, reloading, and jumping right into Oscar, looking for it, and Steel out of time. And they are going to have to defuse, denying the 16-0. I'm so angry, Moses. Why did they have to do that?
I am too, actually.
And I feel like it's been a while since we've had one of those. It was meant to be.
Yeah, Chad's feeling lonely in the 16-0 club, I think.
Always bring that up. It's good.
Listen, I was against doing it for a long time, but he's brought it up enough times on the desk that I feel like it's fair game.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think we can double up on Chad every once in a while. He'll be all right, or he won't be.
Yeah. Only one way to find out, Anders.
4 grenades on Liquid side. Maybe hoping to catch someone at that broken wall. It's not a bad idea, but it doesn't really work out.
Yeah, you see a world in which you see the logic behind it at the very least, where that could give you an opening kill, and then after that, you kind of never know what comes. Maybe it opens the floodgates. Maybe you get a plant and you know, just some extra money. So decent investment, but Liquid's not going to get anything out of it. And now Oscar's spotting them all at range with the M4. This should be pretty easy fights, but actually, he's traded out by those pistols. And Sunny, he doesn't want to take the fight either. He's waiting for his teammates, and there goes Chris J. Rops, thankfully, is here to close the gap.
That will be Nafly. Scouring the map, hoping for a bomb plant. It looks like he might actually do it if he's just going to make the quick jump. He's not going to hesitate at all and makes it past the next corner. So, oh, they're going to be right on top of him, and he's just going to have it.
I might have been able to deny it. I know Stiko is, you can see pre-firing for up on top of the ledge.
Yeah. So, second round being picked up by mousesports, and obviously Liquid going to get the bonus for putting the bomb down. They're going to save the 3 M4s as well.
That 16-0 would have been so nice.
I feel like it was just meant to be, you know.
Do you think Steel feels any pressure in a one-on-one to get a 16-0?
Yeah, I think he does. Like
so?
you know you want to do it, right?
Yeah. You want it so bad.
I wanted that really badly. But, crowd wanted it too. Cheering for Liquid here in Kiev. We round number 18. AWP on Oscar. And 5 AKs on the Liquid side with every kind of grenade you could possibly want. There's a good kill for Robs. Assisted flashbang to pick that one up. And a great spray right through from Stiko. No reason to continue, really. Just you've already got the 5 versus 3, and that's plenty enough. So if you keep shooting through the smoke, there's always a chance one random AK bullet is going to make it a 4 versus 3.
It's a good kill from Nitro and Oscar. They're going to go very quickly and not expecting Sunny. And you would like to see cleaner individual decisions out of these Liquid players. They are obviously at a big lead, but you can't be jumping and hopping through those double doors and expect to be able to close this one out. I think there's maybe not like too much importance to it because we saw what Liquid's able to do between maps in terms of a reset, you know, for the morale, for, you know, mental reset.
Yes.
But if you're Team Liquid, you don't want mousesports to feel good about this map in any way. And obviously a 15-0 kind of secures that, but you don't want them to, you know, get up towards 8-9 rounds and be like mousesports just saying, all right, you know, we came back into it, things are all right.
What if you intentionally let them have 14 rounds and then you close out the last round? Then will they feel worse? Because then then you will have sort of like baited them into thinking.
Anders, you've had a lot of bad ideas over the years.
All right, Moses. Trying to think outside of the box here, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to toy with that one. Not when your tournament life's on the line. You insane man. You introduced me as Mentally the other day, and
yeah, I think time will show that I was that I was right.
History will smile upon that. Well, no kills coming out for Team Liquid. mousesports gonna get their 4th. A couple low HP players that Oscar's gonna be able to clean up. He's got 2 kills in the round. Steel dropping down, won't be able to find an opening. Nitro's got 1 frag, but before he can really recover the rifle and cause more damage. There's just so many ways Team Liquid can win this, obviously. Like, I mean, it's just 1 round, so you either just straight up win the round, or you can eventually get to a point on the CT side where mousesports just doesn't have, you know, the money to buy Molotov smoke. So as long as you're getting kills in rounds, it almost doesn't matter. There's not like a danger point yet for Team Liquid.
The question everybody wants to know, Moses, is there a 100% chance that they're going to win it now?
I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this game. I already did it once this event.
Fair enough. 3-man stack at the B bomb site. Pretty common stuff with Robs holding the drop. And see if it's going to work out or not. Liquid with such a huge buffer that they could even sort of spend some rounds just, you know, figuring out what the defense is like, and they won't be under any pressure at all. Nitro in a really dangerous position. Unfortunately, that Molotov from his teammate actually maybe blocked him from trying to maybe push up on the plateau there. Steel going to get 1 kill, making it now a 3-on-3 as Naf is going to be taking down Chris. Now they're in it. Nitro with a headshot on Rops, and Oscar, you can tell the fire and the smoke making it very hard for him to find any kind of an opening to get a kill. He almost gets that one on Nitro, and they desperately needed it. The grenade not going to take him down. Did about 10 damage, so now it's Sunny and Oscar in a very difficult retake. Crowd is loving it. That Molotov is even going to block off at least 1 entry into the bomb site. They're quickly running out of time. Sunny gets a kill on 1. Nitro up on that plateau still. Sunny will take him down. And suddenly it's interesting. Nafly going for the spray through, stopping the defuse, taking care of Oscar. And now Sunny, so much trouble. The spray's coming through. The defense is in, but not quite big enough. It will be Nafly with a triple instead. And Liquid making it 16-4. An even better scoreline than the one that mousesports brought on to Mirage. We're going to go to map number 3 here at the semifinals.
Yeah, maybe it was, I mean, obviously, maybe Liquid, when they talked about, you know, kind of pulling a fast one on mousesports to the map veto, it is Cobblestone. We touched on it, the lack of success on Cobblestone for mousesports, but I don't think anyone expected a 15-0 in that first half. A great defense, and they really put mousesports out of it. So they're going to have to do what Liquid did. They're going to have to take this break, and they're going to have to mentally reset. They're going to have to talk things over. They're going to have to forget about that map and move on to the third one, which is Train, because tournament life is on the line.
Curious if it almost seemed like they were sort of laughing a little bit, mousesports. But they weren't getting up immediately, but it's on the, you could tell, I think LMBT was sort
If you don't laugh, you cry.
Yeah, I mean, that is
It's
good,
one of
isn't
those
it?
situations.
I think you should try and adopt that mentality because why not? I mean, you can't. How long can you beat yourself up? You knew, you know, you don't even have to make any excuses. You just know that was terrible. So
I think it was the lack of hope that might be
Yeah.
the trouble with all the individual players from Liquid doing so well. Regardless, we're going to...
God damn, dubstep in the morning or afternoon still feels so damn crazy. But the guys at StarLadder are getting your adrenaline pumped, as is the Counter-Strike that's coming up next. We're going into Cobblestone, and already we've kind of talked a little bit about how mousesports have looked in tip-top shape throughout this competition and in good condition. Thank you. Save stabilized. Yanko's joining me as well as Chad, and we're going into Cobblestone.
Maybe that was just a premonition, Alex, because this time around, mousesports do take Mirage, which was the outlier map. It was the surprise win for Liquid in the last series. So now it's down to Team Liquid, obviously first on their own pick on Cobblestone to, you know, show us why they decided to go for Cobble instead of Train this time around. And I think you looking at the results for mousesports gives you a good idea of exactly why they've went for a different pick.
I feel like, I feel like if you were Mouse, you must have been expecting this one to crop up, right? So hopefully they've taken whatever they can from those two SK matches and they're going to be able to implement in the game here to try and counter whatever we saw. But in that comeback yesterday, the thing that happened was it's like there was some bad decisions by SK players and then individuals on the Liquid side were stepping up, especially over towards that B bomb site with the combo of Naf and Elige like locking down the attacks.
And what was, you know, so obvious and evident there as well, not only did Liquid post fantastic results, it was clear that you could see that those teams that they were losing to weren't necessarily even, you know, cream of the crop. I mean, losses to the likes of Virtus Pro, G2, these are teams that have already fallen in this tournament.
Yeah, but some of them are...
God damn, dubstep in the morning or afternoon still feels so damn crazy. But the guys at StarLadder are getting your adrenaline pumped, as is the Counter-Strike that's coming up next. We're going into Cobblestone, and already we've kind of talked a little bit about how mousesports have looked in tip-top shape throughout this competition and in good condition. Thank you. Save stabilized. Yanko's joining me as well as Chad, and we're going into Cobblestone.
Maybe that was just a premonition, Alex, because this time around, mousesports do take Mirage, which was the outlier map. It was the surprise win for Liquid in the last series. So now it's down to Team Liquid, obviously first on their own pick on Cobblestone to, you know, show us why they decided to go for Cobble instead of Train this time around. And I think you looking at the results for mousesports gives you a good idea of exactly why they've went for a different pick.
I feel like, I feel like if you were Mouse, you must have been expecting this one to crop up, right? So hopefully they've taken whatever they can from those two SK matches and they're going to be able to implement in the game here to try and counter whatever we saw. But in that comeback yesterday, the thing that happened was it's like there was some bad decisions by SK players and then individuals on the Liquid side were stepping up, especially over towards that B bomb site with the combo of Naf and Elige like locking down the attacks.
And what was, you know, so obvious and evident there as well, not only did Liquid post fantastic results, it was clear that you could see that those teams that they were losing to weren't necessarily even, you know, cream of the crop. I mean, losses to the likes of Virtus Pro, G2, these are teams that have already fallen in this tournament.
Yeah, but some of them are really good cobblestone teams, right? And score lines of 16-12, 16-11, that's like one or two crucial rounds going the other way. And mousesports could have come out on top. I think maybe one of the issues when they play against good teams is the fact that Oscar plays towards A, right? And it's not necessarily the spot where you see the most action, right? And it's a map where on the CT side, it's difficult for you to find some openings early on. So I feel like for Oscar, it might be better to play on B because that's where most of the time, at least some action happens. But, you know, their T sides should be fine. Considering they always have a good game plan.
Yeah, and that is something that, you know, I think Chad, you've talked about with other teams before, where they're putting one of their best players on towards the A site. You talked, you know, I think way back, you were like Guardian was there, way back even Simple was there. You were kind of putting a star on A sometimes does feel like a waste of resources.
Well, the thing is, you can just have that one player there and put a lot of confidence in him to hold and get the information he needs to do. But it's more in the post plants that it becomes an issue as opposed to the way that we're talking in the start of the rounds. If they come to him, he's probably going to get 2 kills. But if he gets isolated, if he gets pushed around the map and then he has to retake that B bomb site with an AWP, there's no more difficult task than getting in there, you know, and he is a miracle worker, but it can be hard. And his link player, the guy playing with him and rotating through the connector to help the drop, is Sunny, and that's the, you know, another player on this team who we look to be a big star. So this is where you look over to the B bomb site as being the pressure point for mousesports. Chris J and Sticko holding that platform area are going to have to step up. They were the lowest fraggers in that last match. Not like it mattered. It was a big win, but this is where that, you know, the clutch factor of Sticko needs to come into play. Chris J being that powerful second AWP of this team also needs to stand up, because we do know Liquid, they really have no issues when they're cascading onto bomb sites.
Basically ripping mousesports off limb by limb, so to speak. And after a while, it's just one of those things where you're 8-9-0 down. There's so much confidence on your opponent's side that really there needs to be a big individual play. Some of your stars need to step up, you know, get a couple of entry kills and really break that defense, and mousesports couldn't even get that going for them.
Yeah, the problem with a team like mousesports is when they have to do those elaborate executes, and we did see it come out a few times, a handful of times, just to make space, the players are going in and they're just having to check everywhere. Like, they were making an entry kill, but then the space was just completely taken away from the CTs, had their crossfires set up and hammered them.
How have they made this decision?
I assume no one had any AWP kills.
0 AWP frags, so they just go for...
They didn't even need the AWPs, that's the thing,
Yeah,
right? The 5 rifles just shutting it down time and time again.
Yeah, Oscar and you have picking up 5 with the AWP, of course. Economy and the state of that map does contribute into that distribution of frags. And I guess, you know what, we haven't got too much more to say. The only question I have now is, you've already talked about mousesports and their mental disposition and the way that they can have a tendency to perhaps go one way quite extremely in terms of their motivation and in terms of their tilt. When you concede a 15, you know, 15's, well, 14-1, I guess. No, 15, it was 15-0, and then you've got the pistol. Yeah, so when you concede a result like that, I mean, you know the boys, what do you reckon?
Well, they already have a map in the pocket, right? So in theory, you should just say, yeah, well, now it's just one map. It's a best of one right now, and should be able to work past that. But we have seen, you know, that mental crux, and I don't know if it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, and I agree also because the last map is more favorable for them, right? Train is a better map for mousesports than Cobblestone is, and if anything, it might even be better to lose in such a fashion where, you know, you're not mounting a comeback and then you get disappointed at the very end. This is just, you got stomped, you got wrecked, no one was doing anything on your team, and that's it. And the one thing that might be a problem is if someone thinks, yeah, but what do we do now on Train if everyone's playing like this? But in reality, it's a map where you have more avenues to do things and where you are more practiced on.
Now we are going back into a map that they've played already. Same was the case for Mirage. Train is up as the last one, if I'm not mistaken. And therefore, I think we should probably go ahead and take a break. I don't know if we're ready to take a break, but I think I'd like to do that so that we can talk about the pre-match and it for an extended period of time. So Train's up next. And we're going to be finding the champion who will be heading to the grand finals. The semi-finals continue after this.